शिवशक्तिसमारम्भां भास्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मद्श्रीनाथपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रीनाथादिगुरुत्रयं गणपतिं पीठत्रयं भैरवं सिद्धौघं वटुकत्रयं पदयुगं दूतीक्रमं मण्डलं वीरान्यष्टचतुष्कषष्ठिनवकं वीरावली पञ्चकं श्रीमन्मालिनी मन्त्रराजसहितं वन्दे गुरोर्मण्डलम्। श्रीविमर्शानन्दनाथं सत्याम्बासहितं गुरुं हृत्पद्मकर्णिका मध्ये भावयेत् सर्वसिद्धये। श्रीभासुरानन्दनाथाय नमः। श्रीभास्करराय गुरुमण्डलाय नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्।
Namaste, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Matre Namaha. Welcome to today's session on Soundaryalahari. Today's session we will cover the 47th and the 48th shloka of Soundaryalahari. We will first learn the chanting of the 47th shloka.
bhruvau bhugne
Bhruvau bhugne Bhruvau bhugne kiñcidbhuvanabhayabhaṅgavyasanini kiñcidbhuvanabhayabhaṅgavyasanini kiñcidbhuvanabhayabhaṅgavyasanini
bhruvau bhugne kiñcidbhuvanabhayabhaṅgavyasanini
Bhruvau bhugne kiñcidbhuvanabhayabhaṅgavyasanini Bhruvau bhugne kiñcidbhuvanabhayabhaṅgavyasanini
tvadīye netrābhyāṃ
tvadīye netrābhyāṃ tvadīye netrābhyāṃ
madhukararucibhyāṃ dhṛtaguṇam
madhukararucibhyāṃ dhṛtaguṇam madhukararucibhyāṃ dhṛtaguṇam
tvadīye netrābhyāṃ madhukararucibhyāṃ dhṛtaguṇam
tvadīye netrābhyāṃ madhukararucibhyāṃ dhṛtaguṇam tvadīye netrābhyāṃ madhukararucibhyāṃ dhṛtaguṇam
dhanurmanye
dhanurmanye
savyetarakaragṛhītaṃ ratipateḥ
gṛhītaṃ ratipateḥ
dhanurmanye savyetarakaragṛhītaṃ ratipateḥ
dhanurmanye savyetarakaragṛhītaṃ ratipateḥ dhanurmanye savyetarakaragṛhītaṃ ratipateḥ
prakoṣṭhe muṣṭau ca sthagayati nigūḍhāntaramume prakoṣṭhe muṣṭau ca sthagayati nigūḍhāntaramume
prakoṣṭhe muṣṭau ca sthagayati nigūḍhāntaramume prakoṣṭhe muṣṭau ca sthagayati nigūḍhāntaramume. We will now recite all the 4 lines together.
bhruvau bhugne kiñcidbhuvanabhayabhaṅgavyasanini tvadīye netrābhyāṃ madhukararucibhyāṃ dhṛtaguṇam dhanurmanye savyetarakaragṛhītaṃ ratipateḥ prakoṣṭhe muṣṭau ca sthagayati nigūḍhāntaramume.
We'll do this once again.
भ्रुवौ भुग्ने किञ्चिद्भुवनभयभङ्गव्यसनिनि त्वदीये नेत्राभ्यां मधुकररुचिभ्यां धृतगुणम् धनुर्मन्ये सव्येतरकरगृहीतं रतिपतेः प्रकोष्ठे मुष्टौ च स्थगयति निगूढान्तरमुमे.
We just learned how to chant the 47th shloka. We will now learn the musical rendition in Sri Ragam from Priya Parmesh Mahinta and Kartik.
भ्रुवौ भुग्ने किञ्चिद्भुवनभयभङ्गव्यसनिनि
भ्रुवौ भुग्ने किञ्चिद्भुवनभयभङ्गव्यसनिनि भ्रुवौ भुग्ने किञ्चिद्भुवनभयभङ्गव्यसनिनि भ्रुवौ भुग्ने किञ्चिद्भुवनभयभङ्गव्यसनिनि
त्वदीये नेत्राभ्यां मधुकररुचिभ्यां धृतगुणम्
त्वदीये नेत्राभ्यां मधुकररुचिभ्यां धृतगुणम्
त्वदीये नेत्राभ्यां मधुकररुचिभ्यां धृतगुणम् त्वदीये नेत्राभ्यां मधुकररुचिभ्यां धृतगुणम्
भ्रुवौ भुग्ने किञ्चिद्भुवनभयभङ्गव्यसनिनि त्वदीये नेत्राभ्यां मधुकररुचिभ्यां धृतगुणम्
भ्रुवौ भुग्ने किञ्चिद्भुवनभयभङ्गव्यसनिनि त्वदीये नेत्राभ्यां मधुकररुचिभ्यां धृतगुणम्
भ्रुवौ भुग्ने किञ्चिद्भुवनभयभङ्गव्यसनिनि त्वदीये नेत्राभ्यां मधुकररुचिभ्यां धृतगुणम् भ्रुवौ भुग्ने किञ्चिद्भुवनभयभङ्गव्यसनिनि त्वदीये नेत्राभ्यां मधुकररुचिभ्यां धृतगुणम्
धनुर्मन्ये सव्येतरकरगृहीतं रतिपतेः
धनुर्मन्ये सव्येतरकरगृहीतं रतिपतेः
धनुर्मन्ये सव्येतरकरगृहीतं रतिपतेः धनुर्मन्ये सव्येतरकरगृहीतं रतिपतेः
प्रकोष्ठे मुष्टौ च स्थगयति निगूढान्तरमुमे
प्रकोष्ठे मुष्टौ च स्थगयति निगूढान्तरमुमे
प्रकोष्ठे मुष्टौ च स्थगयति निगूढान्तरमुमे प्रकोष्ठे मुष्टौ च स्थगयति निगूढान्तरमुमे
धनुर्मन्ये सव्येतरकरगृहीतं रतिपतेः प्रकोष्ठे मुष्टौ च स्थगयति निगूढान्तरमुमे
धनुर्मन्ये सव्येतरकरगृहीतं रतिपतेः प्रकोष्ठे मुष्टौ च स्थगयति निगूढान्तरमुमे
धनुर्मन्ये सव्येतरकरगृहीतं रतिपतेः प्रकोष्ठे मुष्टौ च स्थगयति निगूढान्तरमुमे धनुर्मन्ये सव्ये तरकरगृहीतम् रतिपतेः प्रकोष्ठे मुष्टौ च स्थगयति निगूढान्तरमुमे
भ्रुवौ भुग्ने किञ्चित् भुवनभयभङ्गव्यसनिनि त्वदीये नेत्राभ्याम् मधुकररुचिभ्याम् धृतगुणम् धनुर्मन्ये सव्ये तरकरगृहीतम् रतिपतेः प्रकोष्ठे मुष्टौ च स्थगयति निगूढान्तरमुमे
भ्रुवौ भुग्ने किञ्चित् भुवनभयभङ्गव्यसनिनि त्वदीये नेत्राभ्याम् मधुकररुचिभ्याम् धृतगुणम् धनुर्मन्ये सव्ये तरकरगृहीतम् रतिपतेः प्रकोष्ठे मुष्टौ च
स्थगयति निगूढान्तरमुमे
भ्रुवौ भुग्ने किञ्चित् भुवनभयभङ्गव्यसनिनि त्वदीये नेत्राभ्याम् मधुकररुचिभ्याम् धृतगुणम् धनुर्मन्ये सव्ये तरकरगृहीतम् रतिपतेः प्रकोष्ठे मुष्टौ च स्थगयति निगूढान्तरमुमे भ्रुवौ भुग्ने किञ्चित् भुवनभयभङ्गव्यसनिनि त्वदीये नेत्राभ्याम् मधुकररुचिभ्याम् धृतगुणम् धनुर्मन्ये सव्ये तरकरगृहीतम् रतिपतेः प्रकोष्ठे मुष्टौ च स्थगयति निगूढान्तरमुमे.
We will now see the word by word meaning of the 47th shloka. Bhruvau bhugne means curved eyebrows. Bhruvau means eyebrows, bhugne means curved. So your curved eyebrows, kiñcidbhuvanabhayabhaṅgavyasanini, little, it's slightly curved. Bhuvanabhayabhaṅgavyasanini means who has made a sankalpa to destroy the fear of everyone in the world, in all the three worlds, three bhuvana. So who has made a sankalpa to destroy the fear of everyone in all the three worlds. Tvadīye netrābhyāṃ. Tvadīye means your. Netrābhyāṃ means two eyes. Your two eyes. Madhukararucibhyāṃ dhṛtaguṇam. Madhukararucibhyāṃ means black bees, the shining black bees. Dhṛtaguṇam, holding the bowstring made of shining black bees. Means your two eyes looks like holding the bowstring made of shining black bees. Dhanurmanye, the bow, I think, manye means I think, and dhanuhu is bow. The bow, I think, savyetarakaragṛhītaṃ ratipateḥ. Ratipateḥ means Manmatha. So Bhagavad Pada says he thinks that Manmatha is holding the bow. How? Savyetarakaragṛhītaṃ. Here savyam means right. Generally used meaning is right. Itaram means other than that. So savya itaram means held by other than the right hand. Means he is holding the bow by the left hand. So Bhagavatpada thinks, I think the bow is being held by Manmatha using his left hand. Prakoṣṭhe muṣṭau cha. Prakoṣṭhe means forearm. Forearm is from your wrist to the elbow is the forearm. Muṣṭau is fist. Prakoṣṭhe muṣṭau cha, forearm and the clenched fist. Sthagayati. Sthagayati means conceals. Nigūḍhāntaramume. Ume is, he is addressing, Bhagavatpada is addressing Devi as Uma here. Hey Ume, the forearm and the clenched fist of Manmatha conceals the portion between the eyebrows. Now this is a very beautiful description of Shakti's eyebrows that nobody in the past or in future could ever think of. Bhagavatpada has gone beyond a normal imagination. The word bhru means eyebrows. Now both English and Sanskrit, this word bro or bhru sounds similar. The eyebrows are compared to the bow of Manmatha and the eyes are compared to the shining young bees which are the bowstrings of Manmatha. Now Bhagavatpada says, he describes in this verse, the two eyebrows are representing one bow of Manmatha. How do we know that? He says, bhruvau. Bhruvau is tvadīye vachanam, meaning there are two eyebrows, whereas he says dhanuhu is ekavachanam, means there is only one bow. So Bhagavatpada is comparing the two eyebrows of Devi with one bow of Manmatha. Now comes a question, if both the eyebrows are one bow of Manmatha, does it mean that the bow is broken in the middle? Because it is not a continuous eyebrow, right? There is a gap in between the two eyebrows. Then how would we understand that to be like one bow of Manmatha? Now how to justify the gap between two eyebrows? Here is where Bhagavatpada's unimaginable imagination comes into picture. Now here we found it a little difficult actually to put the meanings into words. So we thought we would present a sketch to help all of you to understand the concept Bhagavatpada wants to convey in this verse. Mahinta, who is also assisting in for us to learn the musical rendition, she has graciously done this sketch to help all of us. Here you would see the left fist of Manmatha holds the center part of the bow, which is the gap between the two eyebrows of Devi. That is the position of the third eye. And Adi Shankara says in this verse that the center part of the bow is being held by Manmatha's fist. Which fist? The left fist of Manmatha. And the right fist of Manmatha holds the bowstring in the middle, therefore covering the middle portion of the bowstring. And this middle portion between the right fist and the left fist becomes the nose ridge and also his forearm, which is holding the bow. Therefore, both the bow and the bowstring have a vacant space in their middle portion. And a little more observation will tell us that it is the wrist and the fist that are filling up the corresponding hidden space, and so neither the bow nor the bowstring is in two pieces. This is how the pair of eyebrows of Ambal with a vacant browless middle and the two eyes with a nasal ridge in the middle exhibit a bow and a bowstring with their middle portions hidden by the fist and the wrist of Manmatha.
Now let's look at the word bhugne. Shakti wanted Shiva to get actively involved in helping the world and its inhabitants. But Shiva had a habit of going back to his original nature, that is to be meditating as a yogi. When this happens, Parvati becomes concerned and in that thought frowns and arches her eyebrows. Shakti wants Shiva to be actively involved in their creation and wants Shiva also to take care of the world and to bless their devotees. How does Shakti accomplish this? This she does by using her eyebrows. Her look filled with Sringara Rasa will at once attract Shiva and make him bless his devotees. Here, Bhagavatpada compares Shakti's eyes as the bow and bowstring of Kamadeva and the space between them, the nose as the arrow. The moment she frowns, Kamadeva is ready to help by aiming an arrow at Shiva. Adi Shankara's imagination has no bounds. This arrow is aimed at Shiva, who is in the Sahasrara Chakra above the head. Because of this, her eyebrows become the Kamadeva's bow. She becomes Kamakshi. Kamakshi is the eye bestowing to the devotees all their wants.
Now, the question is, how come Manmatha becomes so confident that he can aim his arrow at Shiva? Does he not remember how he was burnt by Shiva when he tried to disturb his penance? He does. Previously, when he used his arrow at Shiva, he had ego, thinking his powers can bring anyone to his knees. But now, he as a great devotee of Shakti is aiming the arrow at Shiva, knowing his present position of strength. He is fully backed by Shakti, who brought his life back when he was burnt earlier. We can also think this as a revenge that Kamadeva wants to take on Paramashiva for having burnt him earlier.
Now let us see how Bhagavatpada starts this verse. He addresses her as Ume and vāmaṃ. The syllable U will denote Shiva as Brahman and Ma will denote both Lakshmi and Saraswati. Vāmaṃ means one who will remove the fear of all from the three worlds. Here the reference is to Durga. From Durga Saptashati we know Sarvasvarupe Sarveshe Sarvashakti Samanvite Bhayebhyastrahino Devi Durge Devi Namostute. I pray to Durga, who can remove all fear including the highest fear of death, meaning she can even bestow moksha. Here Shakti is addressed as the form of Mahatripura Sundari, who is in the form of Durga or Mahakali and Mahalakshmi and Mahasaraswati as the Trigunatmika.
We already saw in verse number 24, Jagat Sūte Dhata, that Shiva takes order from Shakti not by words but by the movement of her eyebrows. In that verse, we saw that taking orders of Devi, Ishvara activated Brahma, Vishnu and Rudra to do their respective jobs. Here, curving her eyebrows is due to her fear that humans will suffer without their father, because Shiva disappears into his yogic state very often, and her brow movement causes Kamadeva to shoot his arrow at Shiva and wake him up to fulfill Shakti's order of fulfilling all the needs of her devotees. Meditating Devi as described in this verse will give the devotee the power to control his senses and control Kamadeva and not become his victim by being controlled by him. Also, the devotee will be blessed with power of Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, meaning fearlessness, wealth and true knowledge. We will now move on to verse number 48 and learn the chanting part first.
ahaḥ sūte savyam
ahaḥ sūte savyam ahaḥ sūte savyam
tava nayanamarkātmakatayā
tava nayanamarkātmakatayā tava nayanamarkātmakatayā
ahaḥ sūte savyam tava nayanamarkātmakatayā
ahaḥ sūte savyam tava nayanamarkātmakatayā ahaḥ sūte savyam tava nayanamarkātmakatayā
triyāmāṃ vāmaṃ te sṛjati
triyāmāṃ vāmaṃ te sṛjati triyāmāṃ vāmaṃ te sṛjati
rajani nayakatayā
rajani nayakatayā rajani nayakatayā
triyāmāṃ vāmaṃ te sṛjati rajani nayakatayā
triyāmāṃ vāmaṃ te sṛjati rajani nayakatayā triyāmāṃ vāmaṃ te sṛjati rajani nayakatayā
tritiya te drishtir dardalita
tritiya te drishtir dardalita tritiya te drishtir dardalita
hemāṃbuja rucihi
hemāṃbuja rucihi hemāṃbuja rucihi
tritiya te drishtir dardalita hemāṃbuja rucihi
tritiya te drishtir dardalita hemāṃbuja rucihi tritiya te drishtir dardalita hemāṃbuja rucihi
samadhatte sandhyāṃ
samadhatte sandhyāṃ samadhatte sandhyāṃ
divasa nishayorantaracharim
divasa nishayorantaracharim divasa nishayorantaracharim
samadhatte sandhyāṃ divasa nishayorantaracharim
samadhatte sandhyāṃ divasa nishayorantaracharim samadhatte sandhyāṃ divasa nishayorantaracharim. We will now recite all the 4 lines of the 48th verse.
ahaḥ sūte savyam tava nayanamarkātmakatayā triyāmāṃ vāmaṃ te sṛjati rajani nayakatayā tritiya te drishtir dardalita hemāṃbuja rucihi samadhatte sandhyāṃ divasa nishayorantaracharim.
We'll do that once again.
ahaḥ sūte savyam tava nayanamarkātmakatayā triyāmāṃ vāmaṃ te sṛjati rajani nayakatayā tritiya te drishtir dardalita hemāṃbuja rucihi samadhatte sandhyāṃ divasa nishayorantaracharim.
We just learnt the chanting part of the 48th shloka. We'll now listen to Priya Paramesh, Mahinta and Karthik and learn the musical rendition in Sri Ragam.
ahaḥ sūte savyam tava nayanamarkātmakatayā
ahaḥ sūte savyam tava nayanamarkātmakatayā
ahaḥ sūte savyam tava nayanamarkātmakatayā ahaḥ sūte savyam tava nayanamarkātmakatayā
triyāmāṃ vāmaṃ te sṛjati rajani nayakatayā
triyāmāṃ vāmaṃ te sṛjati rajani nayakatayā
triyāmāṃ vāmaṃ te sṛjati rajani nayakatayā triyāmāṃ vāmaṃ te sṛjati rajani nayakatayā
ahaḥ sūte savyam tava nayanamarkātmakatayā triyāmāṃ vāmaṃ te sṛjati rajani nayakatayā
ahaḥ sūte savyam tava nayanamarkātmakatayā triyāmāṃ vāmaṃ te सृजति रजनीनायकतया
अहः सूते सव्यम् तव नयनमर्कात्मकतया त्रियामाम् वामं ते सृजति रजनीनायकतया अहः सूते सव्यम् तव नयनमर्कात्मकतया त्रियामाम् वामं ते सृजति रजनीनायकतया
तृतीया ते दृष्टिर्दगदगितहेमाम्बुजरुचिः
तृतीया ते दृष्टिर्दरदलितहेमाम्बुजरुचिः
तृतीया ते दृष्टिर्दरदलितहेमाम्बुजरुचिः तृतीया ते दृष्टिर्दरदलितहेमाम्बुजरुचिः
समाधत्ते सन्ध्याम् दिवसनिशयोरन्तरचरी
समाधत्ते सन्ध्याम् दिवसनिशयोरन्तरचरी
समाधत्ते सन्ध्याम् दिवसनिशयोरन्तरचरीम् समाधत्ते सन्ध्याम् दिवसनिशयोरन्तरचरीम्
तृतीया ते दृष्टिर्दगदगितहेमाम्बुजरुचिः समाधत्ते सन्ध्या दिवसनिशयोरन्तरचरी
तृतीया ते दृष्टिर्दरदलितहेमाम्बुजरुचिः समाधत्ते सन्ध्या दिवसनिशयोरन्तरचरी
तृतीया ते दृष्टिर्दरदलितहेमाम्बुजरुचिः समाधत्ते सन्ध्याम् दिवसनिशयोरन्तरचरीम् तृतीया ते दृष्टिर्दरदलितहेमाम्बुजरुचिः समाधत्ते सन्ध्याम् दिवसनिशयोरन्तरचरीम्
अहः सूते सव्यम् तव नयनमर्कात्मकतया त्रियामाम् वामं ते सृजति रजनीनायकतया तृतीया ते दृष्टिर्दगदगितहेमाम्बुजरुचिः समाधत्ते सन्ध्या दिवसनिशयोरन्तरचरी
अहः सूते सव्यम् तव नयनमर्कात्मकतया त्रियामाम् वामं ते सृजति रजनीनायकतया तृतीया ते दृष्टिर्दरदलितहेमाम्बुजरुचिः समाधत्ते सन्ध्या दिवसनिशयोरन्तरचरी
अहः सूते सव्यम् तव नयनमर्कात्मकतया त्रियामाम् वामं ते सृजति रजनीनायकतया तृतीया ते दृष्टिर्दरदलितहेमाम्बुजरुचिः समाधत्ते सन्ध्याम् दिवस निशयोरन्तरचरीम् अहः सूते सव्यम् तव नयनमर्कात्मकतया त्रियामाम् वामम् ते सृजति रजनीनायकतया तृतीया ते दृष्टिर्दरदलितहेमाम्बुजरुचिः समाधत्ते सन्ध्याम् दिवस निशयोरन्तरचरीम्.
Let us now look at the word by word meaning of the 48th shloka. Tava savyam nayanam. Tava means your. Savyam we just learnt in the 47th shloka. Savyam means right. Nayanam, eye. Your right eye. Arkatmakataya, in the form of arka. Arkaha means Surya, in the form of sun. Ahaḥ sūte, ahaḥ sūte. Ahaḥ means day. Ahaḥ sūte generates the day. It produces the day. Te vāmaṃ. The second line, te vāmaṃ. Your left. He says your left means your left eyes. Rajani nayakataya. Rajani nayaka is moon in the form of full moon. Triyāmāṃ, the night. Sṛjati, produces. Te tritiya drishtihi. Te tritiya drishtihi means your third eye. Dardalita hemambuja ruchihi. Hemambuja means golden lotus. Hemambuja ruchihi. Dardalita hemambuja ruchihi means has the luster of the freshly blossomed golden lotus. Sandhyam samadhatte, produces the sandhya. Samadhatte means it produces. Sandhyam samadhatte, it produces the sandhya kala. Antaracharim, which moves in between. Divasa nishayoho. Divasa means day. Nisha means night. So the sandhya kala which keeps moving in between day and night.
From this verse to the 57th verse, Devi's eyes and her drishti or eyesight are described. In this verse, the three eyes of Shakti are described. The right eye is Surya or sun, left eye is Soma or moon, and the third eye which is in between is Agni or fire. How are these three eyes? They are always open and see and bless her creation. Vedas say, Apradyava prithvi antariksham surya atma jagatastasthusascha. Apradyava prithvi means seeing the entire creation without any break. This mantra means Surya Atma sees the earth without any break. That is why he is called the Sakshi of this Loka. Loka Sakshi. He doesn't have any break like weekends or government holidays. Imagine if he gives a break during weekends, we will be weakened. That is without Shakti.
But who is this Surya? He is the right eye of Devi, Bhagavad Pada says. It means Devi doesn't blink her eye even once. Eyes are always open to monitor all the activities done by her created beings. She does this so that she can give anugraha, blessings and boons for those doing good deeds, and nigraha, correcting those who are not doing good deeds. The philosophy of karma. We can understand from Lalita Sahasranama that opening of her eyelids is creation and closing of eyelids is pralaya kala. Unmesha nimishotpanna vipanna bhuvanavadihi. Her eyes as sun nourishes this world, as moon brings happiness to this world, and as Agni activates this world into action. During the daytime, her right eye as sun is active. At night, her left eye as moon is active. And during the time of Sandhya, or the conjunction of day and night, that is the dawn and dusk hours, it is the fire god Agni, who is her third eye, that becomes active.
From the first word of Rigveda, we know Agnimi ile purohitam. It starts with Agni. We know the importance of fire ritual. The fire ritual is a daily ritual done by all. The brahmacharis or students do the fire ritual called Samidhadhanam and pray to the fire god Agni and the sun god. Mayi medham, mayi prajam, mayi agnistejo dadhatu, mayi medham, mayi prajam, mayi suryo bhrajo dadhatu. The student prays to Surya Agni to keep his intellect active and sharp all the time. Praying thus to the third eye Agni, Shakti will bless the student with the power of intuition and knowledge. The householders also propitiate Agni or the fire god on a daily basis to get the same benefits. They pray to the fire with the mantra Suryaya Swaha, Agnaye Srishtakrite Swaha during morning Prathakala Upasanam and Agnaye Swaha, Agnaye Srishtakrite Swaha during the evening Sandhyakala Upasanam. During both the Sandhyakalam, it is said Udyantam Astam Yantam Adityam Abhidhyayan, meaning praying to the Gayatri Devi during the time of rising sun and during the time of setting sun will Sakalam Bhadramashnute endow all benefits to the sadhaka. Although this prayer is for Gayatri Devi, the Sayam Sandhya is exclusively for the Agni as the third eye, and the evening Upasana mantra is Agnaye Swaha during the Sayam Upasana, and also during the Sandhyavadana ritual during the evening it will be Agnischa Manyuscha Manyu Patayascha Manyu Kritebhyaha. So the importance of Agni is here. This is why in our households we light the Deepam during evening hours as a prayer to the fire.
Both Shiva and Shakti have three eyes and are called Soma Suryagni Lochana. Shiva is worshipped as the one with three eyes, Triyāmāṃ Yajāmahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, and Shakti with three eyes is worshipped as Sarvamangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trayambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. The Trayambaka word in both the shlokas mean that they both have three eyes. Here also we see their equality as Samaya. So in Maharashtra, Trayambakeshwar, it's mainly a temple for Shiva, but the puja is done both to Shivalinga there and to Shakti together. So we see their equality as Samaya there also. With this, we will conclude today's session. So we will join again tomorrow same time to learn the 49th and the 50th shloka of Soundaryalahari. We will be completing 50% of our Soundaryalahari sadhana in tomorrow's session. Please join us. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Matre Namaha.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Matre Namaha.
शिवे शिवसुशीतलामृततरङ्गगन्धोल्लसन् नवावरणदेवते नवनवामृतस्यन्दीनि गुरुक्रमपुरस्कृते गुणशरीरनित्योज्ज्वले षडङ्गपरिवारिते कालितयेष पुष्पाञ्जलिः कालितयेष पुष्पाञ्जलिः